A harrowing moment unfolded as a woman sprinted across a railroad crossing barely 10-20 feet from an oncoming train. She crossed just 1 to 2 seconds before disaster, narrowly avoiding being struck. In a reckless and dangerous act, a driver crashed through a railroad crossing gate instead of stopping to wait for an approaching train. The vehicle narrowly avoided being struck as the train sped past, missing by mere seconds.
Well, that happened.
Crossing gates are essential warnings for drivers, but this incident highlighted the dangers when they fail to function. A driver had a close call as the gates didn't activate, leaving him unaware of an approaching train until the last second. Spotting the incoming train, the driver quickly turned, narrowly avoiding a collision by mere millimeters. A reckless ATV rider made a shocking decision that put both his and his dog's lives at serious risk. Instead of waiting for an oncoming train to pass, he ignored the danger and attempted to cross the tracks. The train narrowly missed hitting them, creating a heart-stopping moment.
What are you doing? What the fuck?
A tense moment unfolded at a railroad crossing as a white vehicle failed to notice an incoming train approaching from behind. The driver made a left turn onto the tracks before spotting the fast-approaching train. Acting quickly, the driver sped up just in time, narrowly avoiding a catastrophic collision. It was a fortunate escape from what could have been a tragic accident. A shocking incident in Poland was captured as a vehicle narrowly avoided being struck by a train after blatantly ignoring the lowered crossing barrier. The driver attempted to cross the tracks despite the clear warning, only to realize too late that a speeding train was rapidly approaching. In a split-second decision, the vehicle barely cleared the tracks, narrowly escaping disaster. In a scene reminiscent of Fast and Furious, a vehicle recklessly sped up to cross the railroad tracks, attempting to beat an oncoming train. Despite the train clearly approaching at high speed, the driver pushed through, narrowly making it across. This harrowing video captures a 77-year-old man walking through the barriers at a rail crossing, narrowly avoiding a speeding train. The impact was so close that it sent one of his shoes flying. Miraculously, the man escaped with only minor injuries and managed to carry on walking, seemingly unharmed. A chilling moment unfolded as a fast-moving train, traveling at 80 miles per hour, approached a railroad crossing. Despite the train being just seconds away, a car recklessly decided to proceed across the tracks. A man came dangerously close to a life-altering tragedy after attempting a reckless stunt. The young man, thinking it would be fun, sprinted across the path of a speeding train. However, his timing was off, and the train clipped him as he barely made it across. Miraculously, he avoided any serious injuries. An afternoon of pictures and leisurely walking along the train tracks turned into a heart-stopping moment. As the sound of an approaching train grew louder, children scattered in panic. A man suddenly sprinted onto the tracks, grabbing a small child who had wandered too far and rushed back just in time. Mere seconds later, the train thundered past, narrowly avoiding a tragedy. A man in a red and white striped t-shirt made a dangerous decision to walk through a railroad crossing with his dog, assuming the train had already passed. Unbeknownst to him, another train was approaching from the opposite direction. Completely unaware of the danger, he and his dog came dangerously close to a fatal accident.